Let's do it!
Let's do
Let's do
it!
it!
Get to the chopper now, go!
Yes. Welcome. Welcome to another Geek Culture Congress podcast. Welcome, everybody. I'm one of your hosts, always, Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by my good friends, Joey Franchise, Tarek Lewis, Rich Ortiz. We are the Geek Culture Congress podcast, and we're here to talk about all this nerdy geek stuff. Lots of, it's a good time for TV, right, Tarek? Good time for TV, except if you're Star Wars. Oh, my God.
Star Wars.
I think you muted yourself, Tarek. You muted yourself. That's how much you dislike Star Wars. I know now. I know. You're like, I'm not even going to speak on it.
He was actually cursing the entire time.
He was.
So
he was probably cursing the entire time. Yeah, the algorithm.
Yeah. So the algorithm just blocked it.
Well, what I was saying was, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, what I was saying was no one will know you were in it. So everybody died. Everybody's either painted as a weird dragon creature or died. So everybody's
what's the actress that plays X-23? What's her name again?
Daphne Eve.
Daphne. I feel sorry for her. She had like 2 or 3 episodes, and that was it. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys.
Anybody could get it on the Acolyte.
Yeah. The Acolyte is wild, but it's not good. But welcome, everybody. Geek Culture Congress. We'll get into more Acolyte and why I dislike it so much.
You still doing your watch parties for that?
I am, and that's it's really freaking painful.
That's gotta be brutal.
It's brutal, man. Like I have to like get like a bunch of snacks and like beer just to numb my senses when I go through the watch episode. But shouts out to comic. Actually, she's comics and everything now. She was comics and cosmetics. Danny Castile. She's a writer and artist, and she's got a cool YouTube channel. Go check her out. Give her a subscribe. But I do the watch parties with her. The Acolyte on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Which reminds me, oh my God, I got to do it again tomorrow.
What up, Mama Bear?
God dang it.
Poor Speedy.
Mama Bear. God dang it. Shout out to Mama Bear. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I got to watch the Acolyte Mama Bear tomorrow. Oh my God. Pray for me. Let's talk about good things, guys. House of the Dragon.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. We got a full show today, man. Talking about all this good stuff. And I'm gonna try and do what these other YouTube channels do. They scrub through the damn episode right on their YouTube channel, right?
Do your stills.
Yeah, man. Well, they actually just pull it up, you know, like they just pull it up and they just scrub through it, you know.
Oh, OVO.
What up, Angel? What up, homie?
So we're gonna steal the thing. This dream sequence was super creepy, right? The Damon walking up on.
He's been having a bunch of those since the last
episode. She's pulling up on Supergirl, you know, for the smoke.
Yeah. Harrenhal's haunted, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, they brought.
Yeah.
See, I didn't watch this episode, but you can spoil it for me because you know, I don't know anybody's names in House of the Dragon, so you can't spoil the show for me. But he's seeing a young Rhaenyra or something like that.
Yeah. So pretty much, what's going on is the Red Witch at Harrenhal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember her name right at this moment, but she's a Red Witch, and you think that Damon's kind of going crazy because he's having all these crazy visions, and he's also like a little bit of a symbolism because the young Rhaenyra comes back and she's sewing up Aegon's son's neck after he's killing him, and you think that like he's being haunted by it, but it's actually the Red Witch kind of luring him into like talking to him.
We don't know quite if it's the Red Witch.
I think it is.
Stop interjecting things, Rich. We don't know quite yet what it is. It could be like a precursor to the Red Witch. Yeah, maybe. But we don't know that.
We don't know yet, but I think.
Yeah, he looks messed up.
But yeah, Damon takes over Harrenhal, and Harrenhal is important because it's I guess the gateway to the Riverlands. So that's a big piece in their ward right now.
Yeah.
And then Cole, Sir Kristen Cole, goes with the army, and you kind of think Cole is kind of running the whole war, but it's actually, you end up finding out later on in the episode, Eamon and Cole are actually low key.
Yeah, they're working together
And secretly making plans behind Aegon's back.
Yeah.
And then also you kind of find out from Alicent that like she's kind of with it because Aegon's kind of a liability at this point.
Yeah. But right here in this episode, right here is still in Riverwind right here. Aegon is and or Aemon, should I say? Is it? Yeah. Is it?
No,
Aemon?
That's Daemon. That's Daemon.
Sorry, Daemon.
Yeah.
That's
Daemon.
So many Aemons.
Daemon's talking
too many
one
Aemons.
Daemon's talking to, I believe, one of the
house
Tullys.
The Tullys, yes.
Yeah.
He's talking to the Tullys.
Yeah, and he's trying to get them to unite, and I guess he's dying, whoever the head is, and that's the son, the heir to the Tullys, and you can see the fish signet there.
Yeah,
armor.
and in that scene right there, you kind of see like the Langstads where Daemon is going to, because Daemon kind of tells him, he's like, oh, he's dying, his grandsire. That's what he was talking about, and he was talking about how much he loved his grandsire and everything, and Daemon's like, well, go and kill him so that you can get the control of everything. On top of his head.
He said, put a fluffy pillow on top of his head, bro. Let's go. I need an army.
Yeah. Damon's wrong. Damon's like, get it over with, man. I need that army.
Yeah, he's like, you're no use to me if you can't kill him.
He was like, let's make moves, baby. Let's make moves. All right. So then we get a little bit of more of the subplot here of
love to see black people on Game of Thrones. Man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I love it. Gotta love it, man.
Yeah, but you also find out that Rhaenys was never told that her husband was taken out of the water and that he almost died. And she finds out this episode, and she's kind of mad at her husband for that. But it's also a little bit of I feel like a little bit of a foreshadowing as to what comes on later on in the episode. I don't want to say too much.
But do you know why she's really mad?
Why?
That guy is his bastard.
It's his bastard son. Yes.
Oh yeah. She was kind of upset.
She kind of was like, "Oh boy, that saved him is the bastard son."
Yeah, because of that scene where she's talking to him, she's like, "You got a familiar face. I think I knew your mother too." She said, something like that was the line. I don't know. I tried to put up the subtitles and it's not letting me.
Yeah, she was saying something like, "You thought she was trying to hit on him, saying that he looked so cunning."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he was like, "Hey, and she like let him know, like, I know who he is."
Yeah, she touched the man's face. I was like, "What's going on here?"
But this acting is just so awesome in the show, man. Like everybody's just, it just seems like everybody was so excited, like, or at least they pretended to be, pretended to deliver all their lines and with just passion, man. It's just so really, it's so refreshing to watch this kind of show, on acting wise.
Yeah, I would say the big difference between Game of Thrones and House of Dragon is it's not all this Game of Thrones always felt like this intrigue, like what's going to happen, who's going to do what, who's screwing each other over.
Right.
This is just like action, and I'm enjoying the acting. But yeah, more black people in Westeros. Here we go. Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of black people in Westeros. I don't know what happened later on, but this is what the Maester was bringing her the Plan B.
Yeah, I was saying, that Plan B. Back in Westerosi days.
Oh man,
Alicent is drinking that thing like it's water.
I think we're gonna scrub through these episodes more often. I think this is great.
But then you see a little bit of a disarray in Dragonstone. Everybody's kind of getting pissed off because Rhaenyra left and nobody knows where she is. But I mean, they're pissed off at her because they don't know where she went. They don't know that she went to go speak to Alicent to try to stop the war and everything. And Rhaenys ends up coming to kind of take care of everything and run everything until Rhaenyra comes back.
Right.
That
I guess they found out that they're attacking I forget the name of this area that there's, I guess it's close. It's gonna cut off Dragonstone from.
all of this is in the Riverlands.
Yeah,
this is still in the Riverlands. Yeah,
this is like a river run or some. It's like a two-worded like a dual name it had or something like that.
That's Duskendale. That picture is from Duskendale, wherever.
Okay,
but they're going to attack Rook's Rest.
Rook's Rest. There you go.
Yeah, so this is where this is where you first see Cole, and then Cole's over here just executing people. And then right after you see Cole get a raven and is a secret raven, which you come to later on find out.
First he decapitates this guy.
Oh yeah.
And he was a big supporter of Rhaenyra, and he kind of like tells a lot of truths to Cole before Cole takes his head off. I thought was kind of interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Rich, you were saying, go ahead about the Raven, Rich.
No, go ahead, Rich.
Oh yeah, so this is where you see Sir Criston Cole get a raven, and then you see Alysanne's brother over there. He's kind of like, yo, like, how are you running everything? Why are you like? We all think that, or we're all led to believe that Sir Criston Cole is the one running everything as far as the war and all the moves. But later on, you come to find out that it's actually Aemon and him that are plotting everything and doing everything on the low.
Yeah,
and then
which
we get a little bit of the other side, the other discussion, or the small council, should I say, of Aegon, and the other brother just starts talking to him High Valyrian, like to not so nobody else knows what they're talking about. Kind of tells him, hey, like, like we got this. This is the plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what we're doing. We're attacking that. What was the area called again? River or something?
Rook's Rest. Rook's Rest.
Yeah. Rook's Rest. Yeah. So this is where Aegon finds out that Sir Criston Cole's been talking to Aemon behind Aegon's back.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking in High Valyrian, and he's kind of insults him and sons him, but nobody understands but Aegon. But you could tell that Aemon's pissed, and he's pissed because they pulled up on your boy in the brothel.
Yeah.
They saw him in there. They saw him in there just dick all out.
As a matter of fact, they showed that in the recap. Like that was an important scene,
Yeah,
before you watch this episode.
Because that was the one time where Aemon could go and be vulnerable. And every time we saw him, he was just in the fetal position with this whore, and he was kind of just
damn, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He's in the fetal position with this whore, and all of a sudden, like
he said, to not show that scene. Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, my man just gets up, dick all out, walks out of the parlor, and shows everybody that he don't care. And that's kind of like where you see Aemon kind of be like, all right, I'm here to fuck shit up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Listen, man, when he spoke to my man and High Valyrian, I feel like somebody did that to me when I used to work with Maxima. I feel like somebody spoke to me in Spanish. And I was like, well,
look at that face. Look at that face he had. Look at that face.
Whatever they said, they got me.
And then he tried to talk back. He tried to talk back to his brother, and he spoke like weird, broken.
Yeah, and he was talking, that broken. He's talking like Puerto Ricans speak Spanish, and I'm Puerto Rican, so I can say that. That's Spanglish.
So Alicent is still on the Plan B, and the Whisperer, the King's Whisperer, shows up. The foot fetish guy. I wish I could remember his name. I'm horrible.
Larys Strong.
Larys Strong. Yeah.
I just call him the foot fetish guy. Right now, he's the foot fetish guy in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alicent's about that life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after that last episode where she don't know if she's right or wrong to have started this thing, now she's just laying it on the ground. She's like,
she's starting to question herself.
Homie's dead. Let's go. Yeah,
he's like, it is what it is.
It is what it is at this point.
I don't trust Aegon. Aemon's gonna do whatever he wants to do. It don't matter. A bunch of people are gonna die.
Yeah,
I'm on Plan B.
That's the it is what it is face right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what that's how Drake looks right now. That's how Drake is.
Drake's like, it is what it is, boss. We're gonna go back and make them pop records. It's all fine.
Yeah.
No, but here's the first time where you kind of, I mean, in the last episode where you see Alicent talk to Rhaenyra, you kind of see her start questioning things, and then now you actually get confirmation that she is questioning everything, and she confides in him and says it, but then you get that conversation between Alicent and Aegon, and then you kind of realize later on, which we'll see, is like she's pissed off at her own son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is, and this is still more of more shenanigans at River Run. More.
I will say the only thing I don't like about
this is Harrenhal.
Oh,
Harrenhal. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about these is these dreams. I'm not big on these dream sequences for Daemon.
Yeah. Well, here he's awake. He's talking to the witch because he's like, "Yo, what the hell?
Yeah.
What's going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Then she said that she was an owl or some shit.
Like,
She said, "I'm actually an owl."
You know what? That's a little thing to Game of Thrones. Remember when one of the boys from one of the Starks was able to turn into owl, able to see through owl's eyes.
Oh, the shapeshifter.
The
Raven. He was able to see through a raven's eyes.
Oh yeah, the three-eyed raven.
The raven, yeah, the three-eyed raven. Yeah.
What up, Rincon?
Rincon is in here.
Appreciate you, Pat.
But
yeah,
DJ Rincon is in here. Yeah.
And like I said, as Speedy alluded to earlier, I may be jumping the gun here a little bit, but I do believe that this is the beginning of the Red Witch,
or at least their religion, I guess,
or at least one of the witches
or practitioners.
Yeah,
it's possible. She apparently is also like a bastard child, I guess.
Yes.
She has somebody's last name or somebody's bastard last name. I don't know.
Yeah, well, if you live in the Riverlands, you get
Rivers. Yeah, Rivers.
That's funny. And then he takes some kind of drink, and then he just wakes up like whatever she whammied him with. Like he wakes up in the middle of a meeting.
Rincon's asking what is she cooking? I don't know. Look like she had.
No, she had to have been making my man an Incredible Hulk, because those are the only things that make you forget stuff like that, bro.
He blacked out, woke up at the table, like, oh, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
And then homie here was, I forget what house is he from. He's from one of the feuding houses, right?
Yeah, he's from that house that was in the battle the last episode, the Blackwoods.
Yeah, the Blackwoods.
The Blackwoods.
And they have the beef. What was the other people they have the beef with for thousands of years and nobody remembers?
Blackwoods, and they start with the B2. I forgot what it was. Give me a minute. Let me look it up. I don't know. Brackens.
Rincon, this is a House of the Dragon. You ain't on that House of the Dragon, bro? You need to be up with it, man.
Be careful with Rincon. He's a
troller. He's a troller. You better watch out.
Don't pay attention to anything he's saying.
I was about to say he's missing TV right there.
He is purposely trolling right now.
Okay.
But you also see him see his ex-wife too in while he's hallucinating a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is right there. Yep.
Yeah, he's dude's losing it, man.
That's the one that committed suicide, right? That's the one that committed suicide.
Yeah.
The one that let the dragon kill her or something. Yeah. What is this?
What they did good in this episode is that everybody is meeting with their little councils, and you can see all the problems that each council is having. Right. I thought that was good. In hindsight, despite all the action that comes later, that's still a good part of this episode.
Yeah, no, the whole show is just well done. They should probably make like a syllabus on how to do a show, and then House of Dragon will be, as long as it makes the landing, it might be able to fill the whole book.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see Aegon and how bored he is in his little council.
Oh yeah, he's playing with that little toy thing.
He's playing with the little ball, and then he tells all of them that they bore him, and then he goes to talk to his mom, and then he thinks like he made a power move. Then all of a sudden, Alicent actually puts her foot down and lets her son know everything that he's done wrong, how much he's fucked up, and how much he has to do, and she literally says he has to do nothing. He just has to be there.
But as we see later on in the episode, he kind of screws up. So yeah, so that was this whole conversation right there that he has with that she has with him, like literally, like just don't do anything. Yeah,
making me like Allison. I'll be honest with you. This new version of her, I rock with it.
I like it. I rock with it too. I rock with the whole show, man. Like everything, even the guys that I don't like, kind of like them for me not liking them. I don't know, it's weird.
I'm liking the character development in this season, man. It's good.
So the queen is back finally with her high council, and they tell her like, "Yo," she like tells them like, "Oh, I went to King's Landing." They're like, "Yeah, that was dumb."
Yeah,
pretty much.
Everybody but Rhaenys.
Yeah, they were like, "Yeah, why did y'all do that?"
Because she was the one that kind of
look at that face.
Yeah, because Rhaenys was kind of the one that suggested it, though, because she was like, "Hey, you gotta
look at both of the faces. One was like, "Oh, dang, you actually did it," and then one was like, "Oh, snap, you did what?"
Yeah. So, see, like she finally reveals to all of them that she tried to stop the war and see if there was a, a last ditch effort to kind of have peace, and she let them know that either she got to kill or she's gonna be killed.
Yeah, but this is not, I guess here I guess they're talking about Cole making the move on that Rook place, wherever the hell Tarek said it was.
Rook's Rest.
Rook's Rest.
Yeah. I changed the name like 20 times already of the place. But this is she's saying I'm gonna go on my dragon. Rhaenyra was like I'm gonna go, and then she's like, no, you can't go. You're queen.
It's pretty much showing how important Rhaenyra is. It pretty much if she dies, then their whole war dies.
Yeah, and
the whole claim to the throne.
So homie here is drunk and is like, oh, I'm gonna step out too, while he's I'm gonna step out on my dragon and show that I could do this, right?
Yeah,
I could do this. And then at this time also, no, go ahead.
Aegon doing his Drake thing, drinking and driving, gets on his dragon.
Yeah.
Full Justin Timberlake on this dog. He went full Timberlake.
Yeah, he did. But while that's going on, also some story of a fire and ice, or ice and fire, whatever you want to call it. In the background as she's preparing for battle as well, and we get some dragon action. But that dragon action everybody's been waiting for, it's finally in this episode, Joey.
Drinking and dragon.
Drinking and dragon.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a big.
Finally get some battle.
Yeah, that's a big scene though too. The one between Rhaenyra and her son, because when she does tell him about the Song of Fire and Ice, like he's the only other person that knows that story other than Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
So also kind of foreshadowing, because she even tells him like, hey, the only people like this story has been passed down from king to prince for generations, and it's like, nobody knows about this other than you. So I'm kind of thinking something bad's gonna happen to the son.
Yeah, I mean, we got to assume that story is lost by the time we get to Game of Thrones. Like nobody really knows this story. So,
exactly.
But I like how they finally, got a dragon out in the field, a battle.
Yeah, Rhaenys was.
Yeah.
She was bossing it up, dog.
Yeah.
Old ass representing.
But then, of course, Cole had this trap with Daemon set up.
Aemon. So Aemon, in this scene right here, Aemon sees Aegon going, and he doesn't even try to stop him. He lets him go. He calls him an idiot. He lets him ride. And there he goes. Aegon trying to ride in on his dragon, drunk as hell.
He looks ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Looking at him there. And then
Cole was surprised that Aegon got in there, and then pretty much their entire plan which was, to have the battle, and then Vagar come in with Aemon, gets changed, and they let the king Aegon go in there and fight, and then Aemon comes in on Vagar, and you think he's gonna
take a shot?
You think he's
gonna
take
his brother?
You think he's gonna save the king? Nah, son. My man threw some fireballs at him and said Dracarys on his ass.
That's like if I'm in the car and somebody's beating me up in the car, and then instead of like helping me get out of the car, Rich throws a grenade in the car. Oh That's essentially what he did.
And he was like down,
yeah, one shot. He hits him. Once he calls Dracarys on him, Aegon goes down with what's his dragon's name? Skyfire?
Sunfire.
Yeah. And you see him go down, and spoiler alert, you don't really know if he's dead yet, but they're alluding to the king possibly being dead.
Yeah. It's wild because is he do you think was he aiming for Aegon?
100%. 100%.
Like, a chance to get rid of him? You think he was okay?
The only reason why I say yes is because when you see Sir Criston Cole come to try to save the king, you see Aemon taking out his sword, and I think he was about to finish the job.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
And so I think he was about to finish the job, and this is one of the biggest scenes right here. If you see that dragon that's down, it's red, which means somebody died.
The dragon fights were very good. Vagar is a problem.
They were.
That's the biggest dragon in the Seven Kingdoms, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a full
damage
Debo situation going on.
Yeah. So you see him. Yeah, you see.
Though, and I don't want to try and scroll back. Is you see Cole watching the destruction of the aftermath of being attacked by dragons, and what happens to normal foot soldiers, and he even touches somebody. It's almost like nuclear fallout. You know what I mean? Like he literally touches another soldier. Like, oh, we got to go save the king, and he literally falls apart, deteriorates in front of his eyes.
Yep.
Yeah. It was really, really powerful scene.
Yeah, and you saw just how big and how important those dragons are, because not only was Cole running everything before, once the dragons come in, it's everybody's looking up in the sky and they're seeing the real war going on, and that's between the dragons and not the people on the ground.
And the way, man, just when they fall and die, it's catastrophic. They falling on people, on buildings, and fires everywhere. It's wild. Before you move on, by the way, that dagger, so you guys know, that dagger is the same dagger used to stab Bran.
Yes.
That's right.
And that's the dagger that killed the Night King.
That's the dagger that
the story of Ice of Fire is written on that dagger.
It's written on it, yes.
You gotta heat it up to read it. It's very interesting. So there you go, Cole pulling up on the king, and the king is kind of being hugged by its dragon, I guess there.
Yeah, you don't know if Sunfire's dead. You don't know if Aegon's dead. But now that episode's over, I did hear one fan theory that I think it actually is pretty interesting, and that is, so remember the three dragon eggs that Daemon had, and he had those people take back to the kingdom to put in the chamber. The fan theory is that those 3 eggs are the same 3 eggs that Daenerys has in Game of Thrones. I think
that's interesting.
Maybe. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Interesting.
I like it. I like the way it goes. I gotta look at the colors again to see if it matches everybody that Daenerys had.
Yeah,
the dragons, but I'm thinking that fan theory is good because everybody thought that those eggs were no good up until Daenerys went into the fire with them. So
yeah, I like that theory.
Me too. I do like that theory.
Great show, man. I don't know what that was episode 5.
It's just such a well done show. Like Joey, you need to go watch the episode. Like even our breakdown doesn't even do that show justice.
Yeah, you gotta watch
recent episode.
No, I fully intend on watching it. I'm all caught up. I just didn't get to watch it last night. I was passed out, man. I watched that Axel Foley movie on Netflix, and then
yeah.
Oh yeah. So, you know what? Talking about a fun time watching something. I love the Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley thing.
That was actually a very
really
good
well done
sequel of a classic Eddie Murphy franchise.
Did you not like it, Tarek?
I haven't seen it.
You'll be impressed. I thought the cinematography was really good. Like it looked like aesthetic wise, like it looked good, and it gave all the classic innuendos from previous Beverly Hills Cop movies.
A lot of good callbacks.
Eddie was good, bro. Like I'd love to see another one. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Huh?
I wouldn't mind seeing. If it's gonna be on Netflix, like that's a win.
Like,
especially
honestly,
how good
the movie was so entertaining. Like they could have probably put it on in the theaters.
Yeah, well, it could have been in theater. It could have did numbers in the theater, I think.
All right.
So where are we going now, guys? We want to talk about of course we got a new trailer for a teaser
Agatha.
trailer, should I say?
Let's
Agatha
get into
Agatha.
Agatha
All along.
Let's go into Agatha here. And
it was Agatha all along.
Agatha all along, baby. Yeah.
So the W Maximoff that is signed on that paper, that's supposed to be obviously Wanda, right?
Let me get there. Yeah, apparently, because they put her.
Don't skip over my dog right here. My dog from acting class.
Yeah,
Tampa.
That's him,
right David Payton.
Is it Tampa native?
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta get him on the show, bro.
Yeah, man, we gotta get him on the show. Well, after the show, after his what they call that non-disclosure agreement, it's over.
Oh yeah. He don't just pick up calls anymore.
Okay.
But he was on WandaVision, if you guys remember.
Yeah, he was one of the neighbors.
Yeah,
that's cool. They brought him back. That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
So she's working with the FBI now, or she's a detective.
No,
I think she's
like
still
in like a spell or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it threw me off, and I see they got a dead body there, which is kind of dark for a Marvel show. You know.
Why would her dead body be there? And her body was the temple fell on her.
I don't think that's her body.
I don't think so either. But yeah, the internet's thinking it's her, but it's like I don't. It doesn't make sense.
The dates
she was at
that
what?
Somebody checked the body. Is that what those dates are?
Yeah. What was where was that temple that she went to? In Doctor Strange too.
Jersey.
Doctor Strange. Yeah. That's
wasn't it in like an alternate?
There.
Is it Mount Wondergore? Was it Mount Wondergore, or am I thinking of something else?
Something like that.
You might be right.
I think you're right.
Let's.
I'm not even gonna guess.
I don't know, guys. Honestly, I saw the teaser trailer from start to finish, and I don't know.
Yeah, it was Mount Wondergore.
It didn't make me say, "Oh, I really want to watch this show."
The Darkhold Castle.
Right now.
Yeah,
Darkhold Castle. Who is this character? I guess another witch.
That's Aubrey Plaza's character. Yeah. I forgot. She's playing somebody. She's playing an original character.
Yeah, original character.
Yeah.
But she's also a witch as well, right?
I'm guessing because now
she's playing Rio Vidal.
And there you go. That's like the spell for WandaVision right there.
Right. There's some interesting stuff happening in the show, but
powers.
I'm gonna be real. I'm not excited to watch this one.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, you know. There's demons and
demons still look crazy. That's giving me that right there is giving me Mephisto vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see
it's
go ahead.
It's a darker spin, but it seems like they're trying to throw in a lot of humor too.
Right.
So I'm a little confused. I'm curious to see what the mood of it's gonna be. If it's a straight up comedy, then fine. But
no,
I think they need to make it this.
It's looking very. It's looking very hocus pocusy.
It's giving very hocus pocus.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's a little hocus pocusy with some Marvel seriousness. You know, maybe. I don't know.
I guess the kid in the back is supposed to be Wiccan.
Yeah, I'm
he's
assuming.
the actor's Joe Locke.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, he's supposed to be Wiccan.
This one?
Yep.
Interesting. And these are those other Coven witches from.
And so Agatha got to go down the yellow brick road or some shit.
Yeah, something like that.
Like, okay, so we got hocus pocus.
I think it's like, okay, Agatha gets her powers back, and then what? Like, how does this fit in to
I don't know.
multiverse?
It does its own weird thing.
Is she gonna open a create a Nexus event or something? Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, cool.
This was freaky. This little zombie kind of thing.
Like, Catherine Hahn is awesome. I think she's amazing, but I mean, and she's a star. Like, I get giving her own series and stuff, and she was great as Agatha. But like, where does the Agatha story
go
after this?
Yeah, this like Evil Dead thing that's happening here.
That was pretty wild. That actually kind of made it intriguing to me, like figuring out like what the hell they got going on. Like, I'm wondering if anything like witchcraft related like opens up another portal to another dimension or another creates another branch timeline or something like that.
We'll find out September 18th, ladies and gentlemen. There you
go. I think it'll be interesting. I'm just not sure if it'll be relevant.
So I am going to throw another theory out there.
Oh, here we go.
Because I was talking about the name on the tag.
Yeah.
Do you think Wanda's still alive?
Well, maybe the spell. She's dead and that's what made the spell wear off.
No, Wanda's definitely alive, bro.
I think so.
I think Wanda's still alive, dog.
Maybe.
I think that's reasonable to assume.
Think Vision saved her?
Vision?
That'd be interesting. White Vision came through, swooped in last minute.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that the one who survived in the other world where the kids got to live, I think that all these things are going to merge at some point.
They have to, dude.
Yeah.
At some point they have to.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility too. Like she you gotta understand, like she was murking people at the Doctor Strange's
in the 818.
Yeah, she was murking people.
I think that was the 818.
And she was killing people in that other one. Yeah, 818 and then 616. Yeah, she was killing people in both Earths.
Yeah.
She murked everybody at what's the spot called where Doctor Strange be at? The Camartage. She did. She
killed a Minotaur.
Yeah, she killed a Minotaur, bro. I didn't even know where the hell the Minotaur was even coming from, but it was there.
He was just there.
He popped out. Yo, that Minotaur had a Funko Pop and everything. I didn't know who the fuck that was. I mean, I know he's a comics, but like there was no explanation. So there's a Minotaur just running around the 616.
Had a whole Funko Pop. Had a whole Funko Pop now and everything.
Yeah, he had a Funko Pop, everything. He had a Marvel Legends character. It was crazy. He had toys, all the merch, and he was in the movie off of about 5 seconds or 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was
5 minutes. 5 seconds and 5 minutes is a big gap of error.
Because he had two different scenes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in the movie more than Carrie-Anne Moss in that Acolyte.
Yeah,
that's facts.
We include the flashbacks though.
Boom.
So all right, so we boys, or you guys are gonna make me drag out Acolyte here?
No, you can just,
dude. Yeah, just get it over.
You're the Acolyte connoisseur right now.
Right now? Oh my god, it's horrible.
We don't know shit about shit over there.
Should we go to Acolyte now then, and we'll end on a
go ahead.
Do
your weekly trash. It's fine. Do your weekly trashing of Acolyte. Fine.
Shit is bad, bro.
It's
so bad. It's so bad.
It just
I can't
goes,
even freaking pull
shit
it
is
up.
bad, bro.
I'll be honest. Not this past episode, but the one before with the fight scenes. It was really good with the fights. The fight scenes were really good.
Yeah, the fight scenes were good.
And it's like Duncan. It's like it's like having a great dunk when you're 30 points down, and it just they just ruined like it. Just I don't know. After that, it went downhill immediately after that dope fight scene. It went back downhill. Yeah. I don't know what the plan is.
It's bad. So we'll do it previously since we like skipped the whole week because we got lives. Let's see here. So previously, yeah, a lot of people died. And this thing with Osha and the twin, it's just you know, I don't
you don't sound
it's so
enthused at all whatsoever.
No, it's not because of like so supposedly she switches places with her, and then she follows behind the master Jedi, and pretty much a preview to the rest of this episode, he still haven't realized that that's not the right sibling, you know, and he's supposed to be a Jedi master, bro. It's just like, come on, bro. And there's just a lot of dragged out just weird stuff like this, for example, like the lead up to this. This is cool. Like, okay, like somebody took care of her, put Osha away, healed her, and you know, she goes through the stuff that she finds, some clothes, her sister's old clothes, whatever was left over, right? And then she's traveling the beach. Those creatures were really cool. They're very Star Wars looking. Cool though. There's cool Star Wars things that happen in the show.
Yeah,
but
you know the show is bad when you're over here like, oh yeah,
you are
cool
struggling to talk about
it.
I'm struggling to get this.
So here, the highlight of the episode is a goddamn bird.
Yeah, that bird's cool.
The highlight of the show is the birds, guys. But you know, so the Jedi Masters call in, you know, in telling the rest of the Jedis that his team is dead. You know, they're still having this dialogue back and forth. Well, you know, he thinks it's still May or Osha, should I say? And it's not. Yeah. It's actually May. But just weird drawn out things. And I guess in the conversation, he kind of figures out that it's not Osha. But at the point where it's like, why even go that far? Like, why did you waste that time? Like, you're supposed to be a full-blown Jedi Master. I know he's compromised because he kind of like feels fear or whatever. Right now, you know, and the other acolyte or the other Sith or Dark Force user, whatever you want to call him, kind of pushed him to the edge, you know, in their battle. But yeah, this guy's the hero of the whole show. Basil, whatever the hell his name is, the sniffing guy. He figures out that that's not Osha with his nose, you know.
Yeah. He Wolverined it.
Yeah, he did. So this whole show, this whole part is like really sus, just because it's a little weird. There's a little like sexual kind of tension thing going on here. That's like kind of like she grabs picks up. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, because he's literally in that pool naked, or that in the ocean naked, taking a bath. Yeah.
In the hot spring.
In the hot spring, or where the fuck it is. But she's holding the lightsaber, and he's kind of like giving her a pointer. He's like, no, you should put your elbow in a certain position. You know, it's gonna help you. You know, dealing with stuff. So he's literally got this like, you know, like the Sith bod going on, and it's just Sith weird. Like, yeah, bro, you're watching that. Yeah, you're watching that, and when you go through the show, you're gonna be like, why? It's like, this is Star Wars. You know what I mean? But anyway, he finally put some clothes on, whatever, and he explains to her that he was a Jedi and all that good stuff. This is the meetup right here. The ship pulls up to the hyperspace dock, and they're still having a lot of dialogue, trying to figure out who's who. You know, he's still thinking it's Osha, or maybe he's playing along with it right now at this point. But he finally does discover it as Osha. They're still having discussions about, you know, about being a Jedi and what he does, and you know what.
In contrast to House of Dragon,
it's just night and day.
The tensions and motivations and development of these characters is lacking, and it feels like each episode you're not getting a little more character development. It's just like people in a world with some ultimate goal at the end that we'll You know,
we don't even know really. We don't even know.
We don't know. God give us, Lord give us the patience.
So the little droid that Basil picks up Osha's little droid, little psychic droid, and squirts oil here. So it got a little haha moment, little Disney haha shenanigans moment. You know?
Yeah, that was completely stupid. That was ridiculous.
She literally reboots the droid like a freaking cell phone.
Yeah,
and puts him like in this weird red light factory setting, which is like, okay, I guess you could do that, but whatever. What else? God, it was just so bad.
Yeah, speed through this, dude. Like, we don't need to.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to get.
Like every week, you just tell us how bad it is.
It's like drama.
Yeah, like
it's like trauma every week. It's like
we
trauma that I went through every week.
It was a lot of talking.
Like, this was probably the highlight. This was probably the highlight of the whole episode. Him kind of like pushing Osha to the edge, you know, to try and strike him down. You know, little Sif talk. You know what I mean. And then the Green Meanie, everybody likes to call her the Green Meanie. Her motive, she's finding out the info from the Jedi Master about what happened to his team, and she's like, oh yeah, no, that's impossible. Like, we got to travel there right now. So she
she better be a badass. By the time when she starts fighting, she better be a badass. We can see a little moment of her doing something later on. But
yeah, and then there's an interesting thing I want to come together. There's more dialogue here of them trying. She's still thinking it's Osha, or he's playing around still. Maybe he knows already. Basil knows, or I think Basil finally tells him right there. So they finally go to the planet where the Jedi dies. You're gonna see all the dead Jedi still left there in a minute.
Some of these Jedi look nerdy as hell, don't they?
Yeah, some of them.
These Napoleon Dynamite ass Jedi.
I like how he was like fixing his helmet with like a soldering thing, but literally like his helmet is supposed to negate anything energy. So I put a soldering thing to it. I don't know. It's just like a weird thing to do. Anyway, it's just me being picky.
Being a sweaty.
Yeah, being a sweaty. But here's somebody who ain't sweating no more. The Jedi.
Yeah. That's a weird turn of words there, Speedy. It's really getting to you. This show's really getting to you.
Yeah, it is. It is. This is the whip. This is the Jedi whip. There you go, guys. You get to see the Jedi whip. See if I find a good frame here. Yeah, it's not.
That was the one cool moment.
Yeah. So her Jedi lightsaber turns into a whip, which is also interesting because there's a scene. Yeah, skip all this kind of thing.
And you notice hers is purple too, like Mace Windu.
Yes. That. So she might be a little, she uses a little bit of the dark side, in her powers. Kind of like the way what Mace Windu did, made him a very powerful Jedi. There is a scene. Actually, I think I made this whole thing freak out. Sorry, but this is the more dialogue, trying to figure out, or trying to convince. Maybe he knows it's me now and just trying to play along. You know what I mean? With more dialogue. If you guys are bored of the recap that I'm doing, imagine me sitting through this.
Yeah, speaking of this, I'm looking at this like, yo.
Yeah. So, in the scenes before this scene, he talks to Osha, shows him his scars, and said that I got that from my former, from somebody who discarded me, and they look like whip marks. So it's obviously the Green Meanie, or whatever the hell her name is the Jedi, is the sneakily Sith or Sithish person who discarded him,
Yeah.
So now he tempted her the scene before this one to actually put on the helmet, and he gave him that line that you only take what you only take. What was the line that Yoda told Luke before he walked into the cave? Is the same line that he said. You only take with you what you bring, or something like that. What you bring with you. So that's literally the same thing happens when you put on the helmet or whatever, because supposedly it blocks Force stuff.
No, you can't see anything in the helmet. It's that little helmet Luke puts on in Star Wars, the first Star Wars, where you can't see. So it's sensory deprivation.
Yeah, sensory deprivation. There you go. So she literally puts it on, and that's the end of the episode.
Huh. That looks awesome.
Not. It's so bad, bro. Like,
it's like watching somebody make your school lunch.
Oh, yeah. And there's 6 episodes of just mediocrity. And we got 2 more to go. 2 more episodes to go, Joey. What am I going to do with myself?
Watch more, I guess.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about The Boys and forget about that shit.
Yeah, dude. Don't cancel that shit no more.
That was brutal. Just hearing you talk.
Don't stand through that episode no more. Dude.
I don't even think I want to cover Acolyte on the show anymore. That's all.
We could talk about it briefly, brother. We don't got that.
Yeah.
Oof.
That was doing that whole recap was painful. Oh my god, bring me back, boys. Bring me back.
Let's go with The Boys.
Yeah. Let's
another well-written show.
Yeah.
A little too crazy at times, but
I think honestly, I think they just went too far with this episode. But you know, I still liked it, you know, but I think they just went a little too far.
So the flying weren't too far for you, but
I'm okay with the flying sheep. The V'd up animals, sure. But you know,
the V'd up animals is wild.
Yeah.
Some of the sexual.
Not the guy multiplying himself and eating his own ass.
Yeah.
You know, so it gets to a point where it feels like they're just doing the disgusting things just to kind of like get a joke out of us.
Dude, they're in competition with themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. See who's the nastiest.
Like they're trying to top. Really? They're trying to top each other like every episode, and it's getting to a point where it's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of felt like homie without his leg getting cut off. You know, kind of like trapped for a little while.
And that's
But I like this scene. You know, like he's mourning his father and spreading his ashes on Broadway. Is that what they're at?
Just in front of that play theater or whatever. Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting. This episode is not,
but that beginning of the episode, and I'm gonna keep on saying foreshadowing, but you know, Huey starting to have a good relationship with his mother, and you already know something bad's gonna happen.
Bro, I feel like there's gonna be a twist with the mom, bro.
Yeah, so there's something with the mom. They haven't said nothing yet.
Yeah, it's way too peachy with the mom right now, bro.
Yeah, there's gonna be some reason she went away.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
What if she's like been working with Homelander this whole time?
No, there's going to be some reason she went away. I something like that. Like she has something to do with Homelander, or
it's part of Sage's plan.
Yeah.
So this this episode it's like the main thing about this episode is they're trying to get into one of these MAGA parties, and I say MAGA, it's not really MAGA, but it's one of these parties that not only a whole bunch of politicians, Newman's going, Homelander's going as well, but pretty much it's everybody going to this one party, and Weaver, who's supposed to be Spider-Man, junkie Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah. This guy is the key to getting into that party, and they go to him, but he ends up being junkie, and
apparently he takes the shots up the bunghole. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's nuts.
Skip that.
And the fact that
my man out here boofing whatever drugs they are, but that again another weird ass like we didn't.
That wasn't necessary.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. We didn't have to see that he threw webs through his ass. That's crazy.
Yeah, we didn't.
There's a lot of unnecessary stuff in this episode, but
all these scenes that take place.
Here's a good example of a still a good show. Yeah, there may have been like things that I might not liked about it, but it's still well done. It moves the plot forward. I'm still interested in the story. Want to see the episode next week? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is the party. This is the shindig.
What's the CNN guy's name? Well, not CNN, the VNN guy's name.
There's so many characters I don't remember now. So many shows.
It's like Tuck. I don't know.
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Tucker Carlson, but souped up. But this guy, this is his party. And you come to find out that not only are there a whole bunch of politicians here, but Web Weaver got the invite, and Web Weaver got the invite because he was supposed to be
sidekick to Tech Knight.
The sidekick
Yeah,
to Tech Knight. There you go, Tech Knight.
So Tech Knight is supposed to be a cross parody between Batman and Iron Man.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Googling all the characters as I watch. Like, what does he do?
World's greatest detective. He can detect like senses and like
he can smell things. Yeah.
He's got heightened senses.
He's kind of like got heightened senses like Superman, but
he's got the detective aspect to himself.
But he can also hear those, like, the heartbeat of somebody and smell the perfume and smell the pheromones and stuff like that. It's got like a superhuman sensor, sensory. Plus, he's just a good detective.
He's just rich,
and he's hella racist, apparently.
And he's hella
racist. He's mad racist. All the heroes are kind of racist.
Yeah, all of them.
Butler was given like the Alfred kind of parody.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that they have a Batman type.
Yeah. So there's Huey in the Web Weaver costume. He goes to the party.
Yeah, and the dungeon was crazy, bro. And then there was a gimp. His old sidekick was a gimp, and the old sidekick is actually a boy's character too.
Yeah, Labidia or something crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, also Kamiko keeps on trying to meet up with Frenchie, and Frenchie keeps on denying her visitation.
Starlight's getting on my nerves. I will say that.
Yeah, she's a little.
She's just a little too emotional.
And we finally find out who Black Noir is.
That's right.
Yeah, we do get that.
I thought I was completely wrong. I thought it would have been a Gen V character.
Is this the Arrow guy? Who is this guy?
I don't know. Trying to
somebody that can fly, apparently.
Yeah, he did say he could fly. Yeah, that's right. I thought it was the guy. They had a guy who was an archer back in one of the earlier seasons. But yeah, this dude did say he could fly, so it's not him. Okay.
Yeah, but you also see a little bit more. You get into a little bit deeper with the deep, all puns intended.
Deeper with the deep.
And Deep talks about his relationship with Black Noir, and you also see how the Deep is a psychopath, and how killing kind of gets him off, and the whole power, like them having power over humans, it's like what gets him off and excited, and apparently is to get Black Noir off too. But this character, I think he's gonna end up coming out to be one of the good guys in the end, the Black Noir guy.
Yeah,
maybe. But apparently he's saying he's gonna leave in that whole scene. Like he was leaving, and the Deep is trying to talk him out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, nobody leaves. Everybody knows you're gonna get killed if you leave.
Oh yeah. Also
here, Starlight right here can't get it up anymore. Yeah, apparently Starlight's having problems with her powers. She talks to Firecracker. She apologizes for everything that she did, and she also lets her know, it's like, hey, that was me back in the day, but I've changed.
Right.
Then she knocks Starlight then she knocks
something happens
Firecracker out.
Something happens to Hughie, and he gets a little into
in the sex dungeon.
In the sex dungeon of this episode. And the team kind of just breaks in there and goes after him. Which is, I find that was the only thing I was like, okay, nobody watched them get in there. How did they get out? Without making a noise, without getting caught. But whatever.
No, they snuck in through like the top window. Remember, Kamiko climbed the window and let him in.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
but they never.
Yeah, we don't need to watch this.
Out. Yeah.
There goes Huey sitting on some cake.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
This whole thing, and I can't think of her name right now. The one who's like the press secretary.
The paper that they gave him to clean up.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Ashley Barrett.
Paper for you.
Yeah, she's got it, man. She's a sick one.
She's a sexual deviant.
Yeah.
Also, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character, Kessler, big reveal at the end of his
That's right.
his importance to everything. But we'll touch on that in a little bit.
I'm just trying to get through this.
But you see Firecracker also going back to her. She goes back. You can see her having like a little problem in the house. Like she thought that she was important, and she's kind of getting the back burner with everybody else. And this leads her to kind of make a move on Homelander later on, which we'll talk about.
Yeah. She pulls out the ace card. Well, ace card that she's been having hidden after all this time. But this is the weird sex dungeon escapades.
Bruh.
While poor Huey's trying to still play the game. Actually, no, they caught him, right? They figured it out, right? No, not yet.
Well, not yet. Not in this situation. This is where Ashley Barrett puts her juices on him, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
And then,
now
Tech Knife finds out.
Now he finds out.
Oh, the funny thing about is when they when Tech Knight when they bag Tech Knight and like kind of pin him up and put him in cuffs or chain him up a little bit. They're trying to get information out of him, and the only way to get information is by sending his money to all like Black Lives Matter and
they're like how do you torture a narcissist?
Yo, the GIF actually gives the details on what to do. It was hilarious.
This was interesting when
Sage
after this confrontation, Sage gets shot
milk
in the head, and she gets she gets all weird and simple when
the lobotomy.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting because and later on in this episode, when Homelander needed her for the to drop the caper on all the senators and all the all the VIPs are at the party, she was not capable, and
but Newman was.
Yeah, Newman had to step up. So this was I thought this was funny. You trying to use books to try and explain what was going on.
And then Mother's Milk has a heart attack, or it was a panic attack. Yeah, it was
kind of like had a panic attack, and
panic attack. Yeah,
she got A-Train to help out. Yeah, this is all.
But you also see A-Train when he goes to help Double M out when he drops him off. Yeah, there you go. He drops Mother's Milk off at the hospital, and the little kid sees him, and it's like the first time you kind of see A-Train save somebody and
feel
then
like a hero
and feel like a hero. Yeah.
Yeah, so he kind of felt proud about that moment.
Mm-hmm. That means he's gonna die soon.
And then this Sage was shot in the head. That's a great picture right there.
So now her brain is like regenerating.
Yeah, she got the lobotomy going on right now. She was pretty funny, actually. I have to say, Sage actually has some funny parts in these episodes.
Yeah, my big thing is to see what her ultimate goal is, which she kind of talks to Victoria Newman about it. But it just seems like she just wants chaos.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's crazy because they bugged the house. The boys bugged the house, and Newman was getting into her speech about what the
caper, getting down on the caper. Yeah, she was dropping the whole caper, and I'm pretty sure they recorded it. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I gotta bounce out.
All right, enjoy. Let everyone know how they can follow you, sir.
My name is Tarek on Instagram and also on YouTube. Good people. Right, we'll see you next week to talk about the Acolyte. It's our favorite.
Absolutely not.
Goodbye, Tarek. Goodbye. All right, guys. Let's finish up the boys and we'll wrap up the show. Thank you to Tarek for joining us here. And then, Newman comes through, dropping the caper.
Maybe she was saying all that just to.
Well, the talk was between Sage and Newman. Sage was saying like how much these people are racist and there's people that she doesn't like, but there's power in like her playing the role so that she could get what she wants in the end. Yeah. And so Newman kind of has to play that role, and I think she kind of like takes what she says and she's using that in her speech, but Starlight and everybody hears it, and they're just kind of like, "What? Like, what is she saying?"
I do like this why they were trying to torture
Tech Knight.
Yeah,
with his
they were
money.
trying to torture him, but they were trying to torture him with physical torture. He was digging it. When they threatened his money, he was like, "No, give your money to Black Lives Matter." No,
that was the one that killed him.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see. We'll get the scene.
Shout out to the Gimp for that intel.
Yep, the Gimp came through. He released himself and came through with the retinal scan login to his bank accounts. And then the coup de grace by none other than the Butler. The Butler did it. And he was like, you know how long I've been putting up with this son of a bitch.
Yeah, and he said all the stuff that he's been cleaning up over the years, and he said that his final straw was putting humans in internment camps, and that's what made him kill Tech Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's what, and we found out the big plan, which is they were going to use Tech Knight's prisons, and they were going to put people in them as concentration camps.
That's insane.
It is.
Mother's Milk had a panic attack. They tell him that he got to calm down. Kamiko goes back to the jail and tells her
that Frenchie doesn't want to see her.
Sheriff's like, nope, he don't want to see you. And just she tells him, I got nowhere else to go, which is sad. There was more character development in just that one scene than the whole Acolyte, bro.
And then now, this is the scene.
This is crazy. This is
with Firecracker. Yeah, this is when she pulls out her secret weapon.
The secret weapon. That mother's milk, the real mother's milk.
Yeah, she over here trying
the one you could drink kind.
She's trying to rizz up Homelander, and Homelander's like, "Yo, I'm not attracted to you." And then she gets him with the milk.
Look at that.
Caught him with the milk, and now she said, and then she tells him like she will do anything for him, and he realizes like one that he is a little turned on by her, but two that he has a good person on his team to do anything that he wants, which is a little bit of foreshadowing again later on. You know, Firecracker is going to be a big key into what's going on later on.
Yeah, because I know Firecracker and Sage's relationship is,
which is why I think Sage is going to end up being the good guy later on. But we'll see.
And this is a big reveal. All these characters are just figments of Butcher's imagination.
Yeah. So Becca, we've already seen Becca Butcher walking around in his visions and things like that. But we find out that Kessler is actually a figment of his imagination, a little like Fight Club, if you will.
Yep.
Now I think what Butcher has is like a parody or similar to like Eddie Brock and Venom.
Okay.
Where he's like a symbiote or something.
Like whatever's inside of him is giving off that kind of vibe, and the hallucinations are just like, like kind of how Eddie talks to Venom and like in his head.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I mean, Kessler.
But yeah.
Kessler even said too, he's like, I was the one who killed the preacher. What was the preacher's name? The stretch guy.
Mm-hmm. The stretch
Ezekiel.
Guy. Ezekiel, there you go. That he was the one who killed him, and that pretty much saying that like he's told him everything and he's been relaying messages to him because that's what he really wants to do dormantly. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
So Butcher's kind of losing it too.
It's true. I think his character dies in a comic book, I believe.
Butcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they'll save that for the last season, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like this whole show is kind of like revolved around Butcher. So it's like, I mean, Huey and Starlight, I feel like are the main characters, and I use that in quotes, but because I think in this show there are a lot of main characters, But I think for me, it really revolves around Butcher. Like he's the leader of the boys.
He's definitely the main character. If he's definitely has a death, it's gonna be a little odd to continue with the boys. But well, we'll see. We'll see where they go. It's definitely better than Acolyte, I tell you that.
For sure. Nah, I'm really excited about the boys. And I like how they're putting everything from Gen V in it. And they're kind of tying in all the shows. Man, Marvel needs to take a book out of their page and start doing that shit too.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Too many plot points.
All right, guys. I think that's it for today's show. Everything I want to talk about today. We're already past the hour and 10-minute mark. So let's check out for today. We know that Deadpool Wolverine is on the horizon, and a bunch of spoilers are out there already. I don't even want to talk about it because I just want to watch the movie without knowing anything. I've been skipping all the spoilers. It's crazy stuff out there, Joey. What's going on? Huh?
Oh, I mean, for Deadpool right now, I mean, I'm just at this point, I don't want to dive down the rabbit hole too much because we're gonna get it in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
hoping we can get an advanced screening at some point.
Man, I don't know. I don't think that's happening, bro.
Or hopefully there's some advanced screening tickets I could come up on.
I don't know. You're the one with the juice, baby. You're the one with the juice, not me.
I'm waiting to see if blood comes through on these, man. Okay. I'm definitely trying to see it before it comes out. But I already have my tickets already set to watch it.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Hulk theories that he's gonna fight.
There's a lot. I saw that spoiler, which I didn't even want to see.
Yeah, thinking I think it's Eric Bana's Hulk.
Yeah, I hope it's the Eric Bana Hulk that he fights.
It'll probably be the Eric. It has to be the Eric Bana.
Yeah, it has to be.
Mark Ruffalo wouldn't make sense.
No, it wouldn't. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's sign off for today. Mr. Joy Franchise, let everyone know how they can follow you, sir.
At Franchise on Film, and also my personal at Joey Franchise.
Mr. Rich Ortiz.
At Richie_Ortiz on all social media platforms, and catch us on Wild 94.1.
Yeah, of course you can follow me at DJ Speedy JR on the socials if you want to know about the DJ life, and of course for all the nerd stuff, Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. We go live with the Geek Culture Congress podcast. And if you just want to consume the audio version of this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, by all means, look for the Geek Culture Congress podcast anywhere you listen to your podcast. Have a good one, everybody. Be safe.
Good night, Mama Bear.
We talk about more of the same stuff until we get that Deadpool versus Wolverine. Then we're going to switch it up. Yeah. See what else happens next week right here, Geek Culture Congress podcast. Mama Bear, thank you so much for hanging out with us all the way to the end like a trooper. And everybody else, Joey, your Facebook was lit. Oh, comments.
Really?
That was my Twitch.
Oh, that was your Twitch thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a lot of people on. Somebody either retweeted me or something. We got like 34 people watching this right now.
Let's go.
Hey,
let's go on the move. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here. There's probably guys on X Twitch or X Twitter, should I say. Have a good one, guys. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy them episodes, them shows, except for the Acolyte. Skip that, okay? Don't be like me. Don't get locked in like me. Have a good one, everybody. Be safe.
Deuces.